VC, Big Star 1000, with the Revolutions number something. With to start with, a few records that I selected for Gimme 10 1981, and then other records that I played during this week, including a couple of new finds. So let's get into it. So 1981, here are some records that I left behind. Craig Leon with Nomos, fantastic kind of electronic, sort of a little bit industrial, post-punk, experimental album. Craig Leon produced the first Suicide album, if that helps you, from New York. And then I also was considering including the debut album by the Sunny Boys. Sunny Boys are a band from here in Australia, and this is quite simply one of the greatest sort of post-punk with a little bit of a power pop-esque tinge to it. I recommend that you sample Alone With You, the side 2, track 1. Also, I really almost put there in my Gimme 10 because it's such a it's such a seminal electronic record. I mean, I know it's pop and all, but really has influenced so many bands after. It was great. Another UK band. This is the only record by this band that I own, and I like it. Level 42. This is the debut album, I think. The band fronted by Mark King. That's right. Level 42, Brit Funk. I'm thinking of John, 6-inch pianist. Probably like this. Giles Peterson is a massive fan of that Bennett. Public Image Limited with The Flowers of Romance. Also from 1981. A worthy inclusion, but didn't make my top 10. Likewise for the fantastic debut by the Thenton Club. You know what happened after the Talking Heads took a break, after Remain Light. Brian Eno and David Byrne made My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, and Chris France and Tina Weymouth made the first Tom Tom Club record, which is one of the most joyous pieces of early 80s music you can think of. Every song is sort of, it's just, you can't help but just jump around with this album. Genius of Love is just one of the best songs ever written. It's just the hook in it. That's why it's been sampled so many times. It's so catchy. Okay, a couple of more from 1981. Now, here is the album that I most regret forgetting about in the list because I didn't think of it. And then I realized, oh shit, it's 1981. And it is the soundtrack to Diva, which is the best, just about the best soundtrack that I have. I mean, it's a big statement, I know. But I just love the mix between modern classical music, opera, experimental music. There's all sorts of things that go in it. It's and all the pieces, even though they're massively different in sound, just sort of work together seamlessly. It's quite amazing. Now you can pick this up for $5 here in Australia, and arguably it is the biggest bargain of anything, you know. And recently on the website The Vinyl Factory, there was an article by Johnny Trunk, the library music collector, and he was saying exactly that it is the cheapest soundtrack for money. It's just the best value, I mean, for money. Um, every A lot of people showed the King Crimson album, Discipline. This one came out in 1981 too. The League of Gentlemen, Robert Fripp. It's Robert Fripp basically doing post-punk, and pretty well at that. And one last one from 1981 is this superb album by Gil Scott-Heron, Reflections on a Ystad, which is sort of a mix of different styles of music. It's a bit reggae, a bit funk, and obviously it's a jazz album as well. That's it, 1981. What else did I play? Now, a couple of new acquisitions. What's up? Whilst I'm here, why not? In the background. No, actually, I'll talk about the background music in a second. I wanted to do a little segue. Yes, I'll do a segue. Why not? In the background is I'm playing this album, Tony Conrad with Faust, Outside the Dream Syndicate, which came out earlier this year on Superior Viaduct, what was reissued. This is the clear vinyl version, and I'm playing this at the moment because I haven't explored it for a little while. It's an album that I had on download for many years, illegally downloaded from a blog somewhere. Them were the days, and then luckily it was reissued, and it's a beautiful reissue. So I'm just playing this at the moment in the background, and because I want to do a little segue, experimental music. I picked up this week. I picked up a copy of Sri Camel by Terry Riley. I'm very excited to find this in the wild here in Melbourne. I walked into a shop. It was on the wall of the shop. I've been looking for this for I don't know how long. Obviously, Terry Riley doesn't really need to be introduced, apart from saying one of the sort of founders of minimal music, the minimalist school of music, and this is basically him on organ, and they're very drony pieces. It's a wonderful album, and what's best is it's a promo copy. It's a white label promo, and it was very reasonably priced in a local store. It's fantastic. So I got this. What else did I buy this week as well? I got this excellent Exotica record, which I was aware of, but it was in the same store. So I thought, why not just get a copy of it? This is a reissue of Eden's Island, music of an enchanted isle. This guy is a LA hippie, I think, and the music is it's an Exotica record, but when I think of Exotica records, I just tend to think of really cheesy things, and whereas this is really tasteful, really well done. There's a bit of spoken word. The music is you feel you're on an island when you listen to this, but the good kind of island, an island with perhaps a little bit of culture as well, not just sand. Do you know what I mean? It's great. I highly recommend this. And in the mail this week, I received this absolute amazing record, which I would say to everybody in the VC, if you like music, you need this album. It is the reissue of The Ghost Trade by Camberwell Now, or The Camberwell Now. Who are The Camberwell Now, in case you don't know? Well, in the Gimme 10 1981, I was talking about This Heat, Charles Hayward, Charles Bullen. Well, The Camberwell Now is what Charles Hayward did after This Heat. So Charles Bullen is the drummer there, and the music is fantastically composed. layered. I mean, there's the booklet here just actually details how they recorded hours and hours on tape and dubbed, um, did lots and lots of overdubs, and the music is very rich sounding. Um, it is just one of the most immediately affecting records that I've heard in quite a long time. It is a masterpiece. Camberwell Now, The Ghost Trade, just reissued on Light in the Attic. You can buy this for peanuts. Don't sleep. It's a great album, and that's from 1986, and it will probably appear in Give Me 10 1986. I mean, why not? And the last new find I'm going to show you. I was very excited to get an original copy. This is an original Japanese copy of Exodus by Bob Marley and the Wailers. Now, I've had this on CD forever and ever, and I love it. And I was looking for a decent vinyl copy, but this is great. It's embossed too, which is fantastic. Even the lines are embossed. You don't need to introduce this record, the opener, Natural Mystic, that's what gets me in. It's just, every time I hear that song, this is not my favorite Marley record. I think there would be Catch a Fire, but this would come a close second. Just an original copy. What else have I been playing? Have I got... Oh, actually, I'm lying. I have another new find. The last one, sorry. I missed it. I've got a reissue of Inventions for Electric Guitar by Manu Goetsching. Really the last Manu Goetsching Ashra Temple Ashra that I was missing. And I've been haring for a long time to buy an original or not, and how expensive they are, blah blah blah. And when I got wind that Manu was actually reissuing these, this is him. He did this. He reissued it. So there's an official reissue from Manu Goetsching. I thought, let's support him, because he's a great musician and he's still alive. And a little bit of my own money goes directly to this great man and the music that he's made. It's a well done reissue. I highly recommend it. It's like the E2 E4. It was made in the same way as the E2 E4 recent reissue. Okay, other things that I've been playing otherwise. Last night I was playing Yola Tango Electro Opura, which is an album from 1995. I love Yola Tango. I have most of their albums. I've seen them live. They're a band from Hoboken in New Jersey. And if you don't know Yola Tango, I would suggest that you start with I Can Hear the Heart Beating as One, masterpiece. Or perhaps you could start with And Then Nothing Turned Itself Inside Out. Both fantastic albums. Well, since I'm on Yola Tango, I've played this, which I haven't played forever and ever. Guided by Voices, Alien Lanes. This is an album that I got very fond of in the early part of the 2000s. And I listened to this a lot back in the day. Especially songs like Motorway and Auditorium, and just great song, great song. Really, really short songs. The Who, the Beatles, the Who, and Pavement jamming in a basement. That's Guided by Voices. Yeah, I'm continuing. So I was playing that. Some jazz. Here's some jazz that I've been playing. I played Mingus. Fantastic album by Charlie Mingus on Impulse. This is an early of 1980s, I think, reissue or something. 1980s or very early 90s, perhaps reissue. But sounds great. And I don't think I need to introduce Mingus Mingus. I was playing this wonderful Roland P. Young album, Ystad Serenades, Roland P. Young, amazing records. Really ambient, kind of spiritual jazz, but more like like an ambient jazz record. Wonderful. What year is that from? 2009. Get a copy. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Yes. What else? What else? I'll show you a few more. Yeah, there we go. I'll just take a file in my hand and you can. Now, Gimme 10 1980 is a record that I forgot from Gimme 10 1980. And Chris for 127 Basket showed it. And I thought, shit, I forgot this record. Steve Reich, Music for Love. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful LP. Amazing record. Beautiful. Really, really, really like this record. Really into Steve Reich at the moment. And I'll really flash through the last few ones because I can't talk too much. Patti Smith Horses. A Moon-Shaped Pool. And Radiohead. And finally, the last one I'll show you is the best dub album in the world by Scientist, a big call. Actually, I've got a couple more there to show you a couple of CDs. But these are the sorts of things that I've been playing. Fella. Now, I've got tons of Fella on vinyl, but this is the best of, and sometimes it's good to just put a CD on and whilst you're working away, and so I put that on, and I played this as well. The Cocteau Twins at the BBC. Really, really, really nice. That's all I've got for you, VC. It's too long, 70 minutes. You'll never watch this.